Hey guys, first Guardsman here, and for the Assault class's easiest build in all of Space Marine 2 to punch up in hard strats and absolute difficulty, we will be using, of course, the Death Grasp Power Fist. This is probably the single easiest melee weapon in all of Space Marine 2 for any class it is on, mainly because it gives you free gun strikes, it just gives you the opportunity to only light attack enemies, and it also pairs perfectly with armor regeneration effects like armor reinforcement, because a heroic perk effect here is called Follow-Up Shot. Performing a finisher marks a nearby Majoris or higher enemy for a gun strike. A light attack damage increases by 200%, but charge attack damage decreases by 50%. So really, all you have to do on this weapon is just a light attack spam, wait to parry, gun strike them, do a finisher, you get another gun strike, and that is 2 free armors for you basically, or 3 if you get the finisher, and also the charge attack damage decrease of 50%. That kind of sucks, but this one is still really strong on the heavy attacks as well. It's much stronger than a normal fencing option because you have a base 15 strength and your light attacks kind of hit like a truck. Now, for the perk tree on this, we do take the perk Perpetual Strength first, moving here to the perk Heavy Preparation because this perk is just amazing on either version. Moving here to Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength, then we pick up the perk here Focus Intention, which says when your health's below 30%, you will take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. So a 50% health damage reduction just built into your weapon like this for something you'll probably be doing at least once or twice is still super valuable for you. Then we go here into the perk Tide of Battle because this one says power wave forward distance increases from 4 to 8 meters. What this perk actually does is it buffs up your power wave forward distance from 10 to 20 meters. So the 20-meter range here is kind of absurd. It basically turns your heavy attacks into a long-range weapon, and even with that 50% reduction, still worth picking up. Next perk here is Strength of Will, up here into the perk Following Blow. Then we pick up the perk Combo and Majora Slayer, and that's all there is for the Death Grasp Power Fist. Now, an alternative option to this one, if you don't have the Death Grasp Power Fist, would be like a Fencing Thunderhammer, or really any fencing weapon you want. It doesn't matter too much. If you want to like max out your potential gun strike damage, you can just take a axe like this on the fencing variant and go all the way up here and just pick up stuff like Patience Stance or Endless Slash, Power Strike, that kind of stuff. Your actual setup here doesn't matter too much, but if you just build in stuff like Armor Restoration, bonus gun strike damage on Power Strike, and really just take that on the fencing or balance variant, it will serve you pretty well. And the Heroic Thunderhammer is also a pretty good option because this one benefits from those gun strikes as well, and as long as you have Aftershock improved, you'll be putting out a ton of extra shock areas. So these are very easy options. Death Grasp is just a bit better. Now, for the secondary here, just like the tactical class, I would take Rate of Fire Plasma if I'm fighting the Chaos faction because the contested health recovery here is top tier. Also, the ability to stagger Chaos is just way too important in my opinion to not take because minigun Terminators will shred you if you don't actually have an option to stagger them from range, and this weapon's charge shots can definitely do that. Now, for the perk tree, we just set up this way: the Plasma Collection first, over here into the perk Rapid Cooling, Plasma Collection, Divine Might, Blast Radius, Perpetual Velocity, Plasma Collection, Efficient Charge, and the perk here Perfect Cooling. And if you are not fighting the Chaos faction and you want a headshot multiplier option, you can take like the Firepower Bolt Pistol, Heroic Bolt Pistol. All of these do a ton of gun strike damage, and they also have great damage on the headshot for stuff like Zone Throws, because that's the main issue you run into if you're using a plasma weapon against Tyranids, because Tyranids, they have some pretty obnoxious enemies that you kind of want to headshot, like Neurothropes and stuff like that. So the way I'd set this one up is with the perk here Perpetual Precision, moving here to the perk Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, Increased Capacity, Headhunter again, over here into the perk Elite Hunter, and the final perks are Headhunter, Extended Magazine, and Divine Might. If you want to take like a heavy bolt pistol, I would just set up this way, or skip over these 3 up here to go down to the perks like Able Damage and the perk over here Home Precision, because this perk does trigger all the time in Assault because you will be recycling your class ability constantly, and perks here like Death Strikes give you a ton of free damage for just executing a Majoris enemy. And that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for the main perk tree, I would just take Armor Reinforcement, non-finisher gun strikes from an armor segment. On the Death Grasp Power Fist, you don't care about your charge attack damage that much at all, so we skip over overcharge, and free armor in Space Marine 2 is absurdly valuable. Armor will damage cap completely against any melee attack, which means even if you only have like a sliver of armor left, you will take 0 damage from a single instance of a melee attack. It also reduces damage against range for like an amount remaining. So a really powerful perk here. Next perk here is Defense Mechanism. Contested health fades 50% more slowly. Since this is for newer players, having the option to have a slower CHP fade will benefit you a ton, but if you feel a little bit more comfortable, consecutive execution is overall better. Next perk here is Active Attrition. Enemies hit by damage from melee attacks execute while sprinting or dashing take 25% more damage for 5 seconds. Now, this perk will apply a debuff to the enemy that will apply to your gun strikes as well, so you're actually dealing more gun strike damage with this perk active. Really great synergy on this build. Moving here into the perk Proven Efficiency, all team members deal 30% more gun strike damage. Since we are a gun strike damage build here, definitely pick this up. And the next perks here are Smiting Angel, Zealous Blow, and Pride and Duty, because Zealous Blow, a ground pound kill, restores jump packs charged by 10%. This is a super powerful perk for like really any level of play, because a CDR in a game like this is just top tier wherever you can find it, and this is one of the best options in the game. Now, Wings of Flame is also very strong, but this one is way harder to use for a lot of players, and all you have to do with this perk is just land on a horde of Hormigons or Zangors, and you will just get back like an entire jump pack, especially with the bonus damage on your ground pound from Smiting Angel and Pride and Duty. Now, Pride and Duty says after a finisher, ground pound deals 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This will trigger on any finisher in the game, so that means things like a gun strike on a Minoris, being able to grab Minoris when it like lunges at you, or just Majoris and Extremis as well, so really easy to keep this up 24/7. And the final perk here is Ample Ammunition. Any use of jump pack reloads the equipped ranged weapon, increases damage by 50% for 10 seconds. So if you take this with a plasma pistol and the rate of fire, all you really do is just like land on a Terminator occasionally and shoot 3 shots, and you'll put them into execute. Though I will say, while the range damage buff here is very strong, commitment is a bit better for a free jump pack option, because your jump pack dash will animation cancel anything you were doing in Space Marine 2 on the Assault class, which is super strong to get out of like really awkward situations. But if you are not comfortable with that, if you don't feel like that's something within your skill level, you can skip over this and just take Ample Ammunition. Now, for the Prestige perk options, I would take Unyielding Oath first. When charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds. This perk is just incredible in Space Marine 2. All you have to do is just hold down your jump pack button for a ground pound for like a split second, and it will immediately trigger the invulnerability effect. So as long as you just go up and immediately use your ground pound, you can be invulnerable the entire trajectory of your landing, which is super strong against minigun Terminators and stuff like that. So I would definitely grab this. Next perk here is Fortitude for health increase of 15%. And then I pick up Scramble Targeting if I want more damage reduction against ranged enemies, or Practice Aim if I want to buff up more range damage. That's definitely up to you. Final perk I would always take is Hammer of Wrath. After using your jump pack, you will take 30% less range damage, and you don't lose trophy hits, cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. This gives you a ton of free range damage reduction, and also gives you no knockback for 15 seconds. And on the Assault class, you will be using your jump pack all the damn time. This is up pretty much 24/7, especially on a Zealous Blow build. And that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, the Death's Grasp really is just like the easiest option in the entire game. I mean, if there's any modifier that has you with low HP, this thing keeps you topped off on armor with an armor reinforcement build so often that it is pretty hard to take any HP damage at certain points, especially with Defense Mechanism, because any HP you do lose, you're just gonna get back in like 2 seconds off a gun strike, and this will make that easier. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Assault class, and hopefully this build guide helped you.
The world has seen us sought to consume, now consumes its cubs. I am the righteous storm, avenging angel, disposal. A survivor falls for ill-begotten lust.
How Death's Grasp power officially is just that weapon. I would say against Chaos, the Thunderhammer is probably a bit better. It's because of the AoE on the actual aftershocks.
Be as an angel of death. pitiful Xenos was horrible. Unnatural energies. Be they psychic or Xenos in nature, I cannot say. Another alien falls to the Imperium. The only aid for this filth will be their cleansing.
Oh, it's free. ID was the hot fix? Well, I mean, it's 14.1, so it's the same one as before.
Jump back with you. Silence their call for aid. The Xenos infestation is steady.
Now, keep in mind, the Minoris will also count for the purposes of the follow-up shot. Not just the Minoris.
Xenos hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium dominates.
I just feel a vehicle section in Space Marine 3. I don't think you're going to see vehicles in Space Marine 3. Maybe in the campaign, like a set piece, that's about it.
Jump pack review. We stand in victory against this foul tyranny.
Watch him run out of the gunstrike range. Let him go. Fucking guy.
Imperium's hammer rises to strike. Avenging angel will expose you. That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight.
Oh, it's a game at a damage meter for the operations. Be nice to have info exactly how good some perks are. Well, there was a battle simulator for that. You can check.
And that one's pitiful lighting for its rise reinforcements. Our foes call for aid.
Is Heavy Bolter good for heavy? Yes. I'd argue that and the Heavy Plasma are his best guns. Honestly, I'd say the Heavy Bolter is probably the best overall, because like defense and parry window just lets you do things you can't do otherwise. But Heroic Heavy Plasma is also really strong. It's between those two.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its cause.
Here, you can actually trigger the gun strikes on the zone throws. by getting the executes on them. Let's hit him.
That pitiful Xenos was like a horrid blood. I am the righteous storm. Jump pack refuel. We have purged the zone from mind and matter. Xenos' hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium is indomitable. I am airborne ready. Xenos perish. Send their numbers. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike. Jump pack refuel. The Xenos infestation is steady.
See, the charge hits are still pretty good on this. You don't actually need the God. That's Rashly is just like the infinite loop.
Brothers, together we go.
This soil shall bear the corpse of a hive tyrant lord.
The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
This game, your Power Fist has changed. I mean, this is just a Deathcraft's Power Fist. Where do you see it change?
Explosive offering prepared.
Olympus stalks us. It seeks to prey. The Xenos.
I just like how most melee weapons versus charge attack simulators. I don't think most are.
More charges somewhere
That's
amongst
probably
this
the only
confusion.
one. Happy streaming FTG. Thank you, Chufap. Okay.
Take flight. Let terror fall. On those patrols, avenging angel.
There you go.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its carcass.
Rain cleansing fire.
I guess we'll take Sanctified Wrath. Pretty good perk option.
Jump pack review.
This has to be one of the most fun melee builds. I don't know if I'd say it's one of the most fun. It's definitely one of the easiest. I would say this is the easiest build in the entire game for Assault. Literally, all you have to do is just light spam, land on Horde's Zealous Blow, and repeat. Also, the nice thing about Death's Grasp is your base strength is like 15 on this thing, which that does affect the Zealous Flow or the ground pound damage.
We need only await
Quite
the
a bit.
creature now.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Order returns to the very soul. I am the righteous. Jump pack refuel. Another alien falls to the Imperial's key. Xenos of us a bog of pincers and parts.
Alright, we're exiting the station now. All the snipers. I have 5 snipers in this fucking corner. Perish.
Xenos hunger.
Last one of you.
But the Imperial is indomitable.
I definitely noticed more snipers this batch. Like, disgustingly high amount, honestly. That's just rude. Could've killed him.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's key blade.
You think playing alone is easier than bots or teammates? No, teammates give you team perks, and like unless your teammates are on the diabolical warpath to like pick the worst team perks in the entire game. I mean, imagine you have one Vanguard with inner fire, or like just one sniper with squadron. No, like sort of the Hellbar build here, but secure stockpile attack, aligned aim, even transhuman physiology, like all these things help you out tremendously.
I am airborne ready.
Double armor from executes on your tech marine, or like more equipment.
Such illustrious company in the rear ranks.
Team perks are pretty strong in Space Marine 2. You don't get those at all in solo.
That's getting hammered right now.
The beast that commands the swarm will arrive.
And the hardest part of Space Marine 2 is the boss fights anyways. And even though there is a lower threat modifier in the true solo,
Tackle a target that big.
the thing that kills you in this game is almost always a boss in the first place.
It is already done, guardsman.
Is this a withdrawal?
Those are exactly the same in groups.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your support.
I swear true solo spawns are just different to squad ops. It's always melee warriors or all snipers, almost never gonna mix. Well, the game prioritizes things that are dangerous for you, and when you're by yourself, you're the only modifier to the game, you know? So, like, let's say you're a melee class, it's like, here's a bunch of range spam for you. That's why bulwarks get neurotropes endlessly. Hey, FTG, what would you consider to be the overall best weapon slash build for Vanguard? He's the last class I have to level. For Vanguard, Bolt Carbine, Marksman, or Automatic are both top tier on him. Instigator is also very good, just less ammo efficient. His best build, Zone of Impact. His easiest build, Tenacity. And Tenacity Shockwave is his best Tenacity build because that gives you the most value per kick. Though collateral damage is pretty good too, if you want to do like one-shot damage. But you almost one-shot, so... The thing about the diving kick in this game is diving kick already does like, what? 290 damage on a single trigger of Tenacity. And a Tier 2 Warrior's 308 HP, so you're almost one-shotting them off a single Tenacity trigger. So the only thing collateral damage is really helping you with is Extremis and bosses, but... And Shockwave as a perk, it will apply half of the damage of Tenacity, so like 140 damage, 143 damage or so. Do everything in a 5-meter radius, which will one-shot. That's over half the HP of a Chaos Spawn. It's almost half the HP of a Tier 2 Warrior. If you take that Inner Fire, you're putting out stupid amounts of free damage all the time. Like, even on a normal diving kick, it's like a 50 free damage, which is going to be wiping out Hormagaunts as well. Goodbye, Faithing, for the joining of the Depths of Stardews.
The Xenos infestation.
To behold this abominable Xenos champion. I have never seen such atrocity.
Give the hive beast a
I heard when the Hellbrute is out and about to hit you with a beam, it is better to run to it than a way to dodge. Well, with the beam, if you're talking about the gigantic like AoE he does, where like he shoots a gigantic super green line, he will lock in his shot before he actually fires it. So if you, let's say, if I go like hard left while the beam is tracking me and he's staring like this, he'll lock in and shoot it that way. If you move to the opposite direction immediately after, it won't hit you. Or it'll barely hit you. Just don't go to the Prometheus school running away from it and run a straight line. That's the only thing. If you guys are days going, what do you think about the Oculus Bolt Carbine? Not a very strong weapon anymore. It's okay. It's just if you're playing Vanguard and you want a medium range weapon, you're just better off taking the Marksman Carbine or the Instigator. If you want a close range weapon, you're better off taking the fully automatic carbines or the Combi Flamer Bolt Carbine. And if you want a long range weapon, I don't know why you're playing Vanguard. That's sure shit ain't the Oculus.
This will sustain me in my
Do you think there's some confusion? Do you think Chaos Siege will come with patch 15? Well, we already know it will.
Take flight.
But yes. Was it confirmed by Saber? Yes. I mean, you can already see in the game code that it's ready for patch 15. Now, personally, I think Chaos Siege is supposed to come out in patch 13.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its wrath down the fiber core.
Because if you look at the original roadmap, there was supposed to be a new Siege map in like patch 14, or I should say, it was supposed to be, well, it was supposed to be patch 15. Patch 15 was supposed to be the end of year 2, not the start of year 3. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. They dropped their new Chaos, the new Siege mode rework with no new map or anything at all. So it sounds like the initial plan was like drop the Siege map, give them a tiny patch, and then in like July, August, give them that big new patch.
I am the righteous Storm. Jump pack review. pitiful Xenos was the avenging angel. Shield your minds. Our most overwhelming. Stop them. If more to come, then they too will be purged. I am airborne ready. Another alien falls to the Imperial. Avenging.
The best assault build to grind levels. Look at my leveling guide for all the classes. That will answer all those questions.
Your reign of terror is ended.
Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Jump pack review.
If you're not gonna boss fight, this sounds kind of lame. So many fucking snipers. Dude, this patch actually is sniper hell. I feel like ever since Tech Marine came out, it's been nothing but snipers.
Xenos hunger for the sake of avenging angels.
I found your Twitch, all your videos are great. Thanks, man.
That pitiful Xenos is but no honorable blood. Avenging angel will dispose of it. Take flight and let terror
After you have the chance to play any games 11th edition 40k yet? Nope, but I probably never will. I only have time to play the tabletop usually. The long ass times, like, 4 hours, for like, a couple hours for every game, and I just, doesn't interest me. I never liked the tabletop 40k all that much. It's like a tabletop game. I much prefer card games. I like the universe far more than the miniatures. Though, well, I should say the miniatures are cool, like painting them, but like actually playing the game, I don't fucking care at all. We'll try the new Gears that comes out. Nope, doesn't interest me at all. I don't really play games besides Space Marine 2. In fact, I don't play any games besides this and Dark Tide, really. Until War 40k when that comes out.
Reinforcements will not provide them relief. The world this Xenos sought to pursue now pursues its tyranny.
You got your controls used for PC. Everything's vanilla except the ADS, which is just mouse for. Space Marine 2's vanilla controls are pretty good except for the aim.
Free as an angel of pay no heed to its lurking shadow.
We are the hunters here.
Tell us a report.
The vile Xenos slinks through the shadows. It will not escape judgment.
Talassa, you cut out. Vox signal negligible. Jamming, most likely.
The devious tricks of this creature will not deter us.
There we go.
The Imperium Hammer rises my airborne wind. That pitiful Xenos was horrid.
The foolish beast thinks it will escape above ground, but it will not evade my reach.
My war gear is set. Prepare yourselves.
The Emperor demands your purgation.
Avenging angel.
Not that like Space Marine 2 runs well on high on. On most PCs, anyways.
Xenos hunger is insatiable, but the Imperium.
Rejoice! We have more punishment to mete out. My skin crawls with the alien's thoughts.
What do I do on this thing?
Me as an angel of death. I am the righteous Lord.
So much armor regen here is do not even care.
Another alien falls to the Imperium. Jump back, refuel. Take flight and let terror fall.
Armor reinforcement has been kind of trivializing this boss since like the beginning of the game. Can't say we have the fastest clear speed ever on this weapon, but
Avenging angels will expose.
and there we go. But there we go. That's a Deathcraft's Power Fist. I think it's fucking easy mode in this game.